In the landscape of modern romance, deciphering a man's true intentions can often feel like navigating a complex maze of mixed signals and ambiguous behaviors. While casual friendliness and polite social interactions are common, a man who is genuinely captivated by you will operate on an entirely different frequency. He will consistently emit specific, undeniable behavioral cues that elevate you above everyone else in his immediate environment. This profound level of attraction isn't just felt, it is actively demonstrated through a deliberate shift in his attention, time, and physical presence. When a man develops deep, singular affection for you, his subconscious mind takes over, causing his body language, communication style, and protective instincts to completely reorient themselves around your comfort and happiness. He stops treating you like a member of the collective crowd and begins treating you as his absolute, undisputed priority. Understanding these signals requires moving past what a man says and looking closely at how he behaves when you are in the room. Attraction is an energy that demands an outlet, and it manifests in subtle micro-expressions and micro-actions that are incredibly difficult to fake. From the way his eyes lock onto yours in a chaotic, crowded room to the instinctual drop in the pitch of his voice. When he steps into your personal space, his actions speak a silent but powerful language of exclusivity. He becomes a master cataloger of your life, memorizing the minor details of your conversations, tracking your changing moods, and fiercely protecting any opportunity to transition a broad group hangout into an intimate, one-on-one moment. This level of intentionality is born from a desire to build a distinct, emotional shorthand with you, one that builds safety, fosters comfort, and deliberately shuts out the rest of the world. For anyone trying to map out where they stand in a man's life, recognizing these high-value indicators is crucial. It moves the dynamic out of the frustrating realm of guesswork and into the clear light of romantic reality. A man who likes you more than anyone else will not leave you guessing, nor will he play calculated emotional games that keep you guessing about his commitment or interest. Instead, his investment will show up as a steady, proactive rhythm of effort, responsiveness, and genuine curiosity about who you are and where your future is headed. The following 15 definitive psychological and behavioral signs are designed to help you decode his behavior, revealing exactly how a man non-verbally declares that you hold an exclusive, permanent, and premium space in his heart and mind. He maintains intense, prolonged eye contact even in a crowded room. He initiates frequent, subtle physical touch that feels intentional. Touch is the ultimate barrier breaker in romantic attraction, acting as a clear bridge from casual friendship to something much more exclusive. A guy who likes you more than anyone else will constantly look for socially appropriate, gentle ways to establish physical contact. This manifests as a lingering hand on the small of your back when walking through a doorway, a playful nudge against your shoulder, or a reassuring brush of his hand against yours. These touches are never accidental. They are highly calculated risks driven by a strong desire for physical closeness and affection. By testing these boundaries, he is subtly gauging your comfort level and responsiveness to his presence. This specific, lingering tactile attention is a privilege he reserves solely for you, sending a clear, undeniable signal of his growing romantic interest. He remembers the smallest details from your past conversations. When a man is genuinely captivated by you, his brain treats your words like valuable, high-priority data rather than passing casual chatter. He will effortlessly recall random, minor details you mentioned weeks ago, such as your favorite childhood pet, a specific coffee preference, or a passing comment about a stressful project at work. While most people forget the finer points of daily conversations, his active retention proves that he listens to you with intense intentionality and deep emotional investment. He isn't just hearing your voice, he is actively cataloging your thoughts, preferences, and personal history to better understand who you are. When he surprises you by bringing up these small details later, it serves as undeniable proof that you occupy a massive, permanent space in his mind. He actively minimizes distractions, like putting his phone away when you are together. In an era dominated by digital notifications, a man's undivided attention is the ultimate modern currency of attraction. When you are together, he will consciously place his phone face down on the table, slide it into his pocket, or ignore incoming alerts entirely. By deliberately tuning out the rest of the world, he is actively declaring that whatever is happening on his screen pales in comparison to your presence. He wants to ensure that his engagement with you is seamless, uninterrupted, and deeply personal. This behavior indicates a high level of respect and a strong desire to maximize the quality of your shared time. While he might casually browse his device around others, his decision to anchor his focus entirely on you proves that you are his absolute priority, signaling that he values your real-time connection above any external distraction. He shows genuine curiosity about your future plans and personal goals. When a guy's feelings transcend superficial attraction, his interest naturally shifts toward your long-term trajectory. Instead of sticking to mundane, everyday small talk, he will ask thought-provoking questions about your ambitions, career aspirations, and personal dreams. He seeks to understand what truly drives you, what challenges you face, and how you visualize your future self. This deep curiosity indicates that he is not just living in the present moment with you. He is subtly exploring how your lives might align down the road. He listens with intense focus as you map out your goals, offering genuine encouragement and insight. By investing emotional energy into your future happiness and success, he is signaling that he views you as a permanent, significant fixture in his mind, rather than a temporary or casual acquaintance. He shifts his posture to completely face you, carving out a private space in a group setting. In a crowded or busy social dynamic, a man's physical orientation reveals exactly where his heart and mind are anchored. Even if he is engaged in a broader group conversation, his torso, shoulders, and feet will naturally pivot until they are completely aligned with you. This structural shift in posture acts as a psychological shield, effectively carving out an invisible, private microenvironment within a public space. By turning his back slightly to the rest of the room, he is non-verbally blocking out external stimuli to make you the absolute center of his universe. This strong body language cue shows that his primary desire is to connect with you, creating an intimate boundary that signals to everyone else around that you are the person who holds his exclusive interest and focus. He texts or calls you first, establishing a consistent rhythm of daily communication. A clear sign of premium interest is when a man willingly takes the initiative to bridge the gap between you. He does not play calculated waiting games or leave your messages sitting on read for days. Instead, he eagerly initiates contact, often starting your day with a morning text or checking in on you during his busiest hours. This consistency in communication demonstrates that you are a naturally recurring thought in his daily routine. By driving the momentum of your interactions, he is actively removing any ambiguity about his intentions. He wants to maintain a continuous, vibrant thread of connection with you, ensuring that he remains relevant in your life. This steady, proactive outreach is a clear baseline of effort, proving that he is highly motivated to keep the relationship moving forward. He fiercely protects your time together, ensuring group hangouts turn into one-on-one moments. While a guy who likes you might enjoy hanging out in a larger group context, his ultimate objective will always be to isolate your attention. You will notice that is to transition the dynamic into a private conversation, perhaps by asking you to help him grab drinks or suggesting a quick walk away from the crowd. If you plan an activity together, he will fiercely protect that schedule, showing deep disappointment if others try to crash your plans. He prioritizes one-on-one time because it allows for vulnerability, deeper emotional intimacy, and uninterrupted flirting that simply cannot happen in a crowd. By actively steering the environment away from the collective and toward the individual, he makes it undeniable that his primary goal is to be alone with you. He shows immediate responsiveness and enthusiasm whenever you ask for his help. An excellent gauge of a man's true feelings is his willingness to inconvenience himself for your comfort or peace of mind. Whenever you request his assistance, whether it is a ride to the airport, help moving furniture, or just a sounding board for a stressful problem, his response will be immediate and enthusiastic. He won't hesitate, make excuses, or treat your request like an annoying obligation. Instead, he will treat it as a high-priority mission. This instinctual drive to protect, provide, and assist is deeply rooted in romantic attraction. He wants to prove to you that he is dependable, strong, and capable of being the person you turn to in times of need. By consistently showing up for you with energy and enthusiasm, he is demonstrating that your comfort and happiness are his top priorities. He notices subtle changes in your appearance, mood, or energy levels instantly. Because a man who likes you holds your presence in such high regard, he becomes hyper-aware of your baseline behavior and appearance. He will instantly call out minor changes that the rest of the world completely misses, such as a slightly different hairstyle, a new outfit, or a subtle shift in your tone of voice that indicates you are tired or stressed. If you walk into a room feeling anxious, he will pick up on your energy immediately, often asking if you are doing okay or offering a comforting word. This level of perception requires deep, consistent observation and emotional attunement. It proves that he isn't just looking at you superficially. He is deeply tuned into your emotional frequency, tracking your state of mind, because he genuinely cares about how you're feeling in every moment. He speaks in a lower, softer, or more intimate tone of voice when addressing you. Vocal modulation is a powerful, often subconscious tool used to establish romantic boundaries in social settings. When a guy is speaking to his friends or acquaintances, his voice may be loud, boisterous, or casual, but the moment he shifts his attention to you, his tone will noticeably soften, drop in pitch, or become more intimate. This physiological change is driven by a desire to create an atmosphere of warmth, safety, and exclusivity between the two of you. By lowering his voice, he forces you to step slightly closer to hear him, effectively shutting out the rest of the room. This specific vocal shift is an instinctual mating signal that communicates tenderness, vulnerability, and desire, creating an acoustic bubble that separates your conversation from the noise of everyone else.